Okay, we're gonna do another video today for the HVAC guys. I'm noticing, in the HVAC space, there's two groups. There's the guys who've been around for 10, 20, 30 years, and they have a way of doing business. Generally, not so into the tech stuff, but still interested in getting new business, being more efficient. Then we have the new guys, might be a little bit younger, but they are looking at the landscape, seeing the older generation moving out of the space, and they want to get into the space. Still not as technical when it comes to the digital stuff, but more curious. And that for me is super important because it just takes a little bit of curiosity to get down a path digitally for you to really start to see some serious results, especially with basic stuff like SEO. But today I wanted to demonstrate what a voice agent would sound like for an HVAC business that might receive calls after hours. There might be someone answering the phones in the office, or even we deal with HVAC owners who use their personal cell phones, do text messaging, stuff like that. When you have a voice agent who's handling all your calls, it makes it a lot easier to focus on service jobs and being in the field. So let's get a conversation started, see if we can at least get, what's her name, Monica on the phone.
Hello, this is Monica from Peak Energy Providers. How can I help you today?
Yeah, hi, Monica. My name is Alex. Can you just tell me a little bit about what you guys do?
Hey, Alex. Sure thing. At Peak Energy Providers, we help power homes and businesses with services like solar installations, HVAC maintenance, electrical work, and energy consulting. We're all about making things simple and stress-free for you. Anything specific you're curious about?
Yeah, I wanted to know for a service for a repair. It's hot right now. My AC is broken. What exactly can you do for me?
Oh no, that's rough with this heat. We can definitely help with that. We offer HVAC repair services to get your AC back up and running. Can you tell me a bit more about what's going on with it? Like, is it not cooling at all or making any weird noises?
Yeah, it's making sort of a clicking sound, and it's cool air is coming out, but not as much.
Got it. Sounds like something's up with the system. We can definitely have a technician take a look at that for you. Could I grab your full name, phone number, and email to get things rolling?
What is that typically though? What's happening there? I don't understand.
No worries, Alex. That clicking sound and reduced airflow could be a few things, like an issue with the fan, or maybe something's blocking the airflow. A technician would need to check it out to pinpoint the exact problem. Want me to set up a visit for you?
How much is this all going to cost? I don't want anyone coming out here wasting my time.
Totally get that. The cost can vary depending on what's causing the issue, but we can give you a better idea once the technician takes a look. There's usually an initial diagnostic fee, and then they'll let you know what needs fixing and how much it'll be before doing any work. Does that sound okay?
How much is that?
The diagnostic fee is usually around $75. Once they figure out what's going on, they'll give you a detailed estimate for any repairs needed. Want to go ahead and book a visit?
Yeah. Can you guys come in tomorrow morning?
Sure thing.
I want you to come in
I
around.
can check availability for.
Do 9 o'clock.
All right, let's pencil you in for 9 in the morning. Could I get your full name, phone number, and email to confirm everything?
Actually, you know what? Let me call you back. Okay.
All right, before you go, is there anything else you'd like to mention or ask? If not, thanks for reaching out to Peak Energy Providers. Have a great day.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye now. So that was a little quick demonstration of. There's a little bit of a delay with the web widgets. My Wi-Fi is pretty much carrying two Google Meets, phone call with an AI agent, all sorts of stuff draining the bandwidth. But Generally on the phone, they have pretty much instantaneous response. But you can see as a customer, I'm resistant, I'm borderline uncooperative, yet still Monica, she's got the resilience of a Terminator. They don't feel anything. So as unruly or as sophisticated as the customer is, the AI agents, they're going to reflect that in conversation. And you can also turn their dials up and down depending on the types of nuances you want them to have. Like if I wanted a Monica to be, more bubbly or say things like, yeah, like totally, like whatever, like we could have her say things like that, or we can have her act a little bit more like Sasha, my agent. She doesn't take shit from anyone. She's really trained just to drive home a booking. We get a lot of people coming in here who don't even believe in AI, except they're curious and they want to poke at it. She's booking them all the same. So I just wanted to touch on that very briefly, because in the HVAC space, you guys are so busy. Like, it is crazy how busy, like some of the hardest working people that I've spoken to do HVAC, because there's no, yeah, I'm not working today. Every single day there are service calls. These guys are in the field, breaking fingers. It's for me, HVAC is one of the spaces, especially in Canada, but of course in the States, where that industry is like invincible. There's always going to be a need for HVAC providers in this country, in the States, so long as we have hot weather, cold weather, stuff like that. And so because of that, we're personally, or not personally, the agencies making an effort to try and inject some technology into the space, because we're noticing like you guys can't even get off the starting blocks with basic stuff like SEO. So I want to make sure that you're driving good business, intentional transactional business to your brand, but also if you're super busy, you have someone there to answer the phone. On the next demo, I think I'm going to actually call her with my cell because that was a little bit slow. But generally, an AI voice receptionist for HVAC contractors, maintenance guys, they can answer calls, route calls to departments, book consultations, service requests onto calendars and CRMs. Like we quite literally have agents who will take the phone call, get the time for the service request, put it into the system, and then dispatch is on the way. So that sort of workflow completely removes the technician or the business owner from the process. You guys are busy doing important stuff. You don't need to be on the phone answering every call. You need to be in the field, fixing things, making sure people have comfortable spaces. As well, I purposely in that demonstration did not book the service request, even though I was a qualified customer and I needed work done tomorrow. For whatever reason, I hung up. In that case, what's called a post-call report gets put together for management, where it outlines everything I said in the ways of, there's a clicking sound in my HVAC. It's still putting out cool air, but not as cool. And you can tell the agent was sort of trying to allude to, might be some interference or something physical that's stopping the airflow. But now that service tech or the sales guy who gets the report can say, hey, we got someone here who literally needs work done, pick up the phone, call them. If you have a little bit more of a sophisticated automation, you can just have the AI agent call them back. And quite honestly, like there's no limitation to what sort of workflows we can build. We just want to align with what's comfortable for the teams and that level of engagement with AI. Because you can literally have AI do everything. Like if you wanted to come in here, say, hey, Alex, I literally just want to fix machines. I don't want to do anything except fix machines. And I just want new business and I just want all that stuff to be handled. I'm not a good salesperson. No problem. We can literally build out the system for you. It's going to be a little bit heavier on the implementation costs because we're doing a lot, but we can build it out for you. We always like to start, though, with systems that are just strictly doing inbound after hours, because that sort of gives you that toes in the water experience where you're not fully handing over your operations for inbound calls to an AI off the bat. You're sort of doing a little step-by-step implementation where you do after hours calls first, and then you look more towards getting work in the day if your service people are busy or your receptionist is busy. We want to make sure we're catching those loose balls, because generally people aren't like scheduling, hey, I'm going to call my HVAC guy because it's 9:30 a.m. and he's probably working. it's 6:30 p.m., 8 p.m., 4 a.m. I need work done. Who's available to help me right now? And that's generally what we're trying to prepare our teams for. Just another thing I wanted to mention for the agents now, because the technology has evolved, and this is for me, I love the product. I love this agency because the services and products we provide, they quite literally evolve by themselves. So, a couple years ago, when we first started with just texting chatbots, I was just like, oh my gosh, things can talk by themselves. Amazing. We have a product. Lo and behold, people aren't so much into the texting chatbots or even the website chatbots at all. Like, if we quickly learned that anything in the form of text to an AI terminal is probably just going to be best left with developers. But non AI people, non tech people, they love the voice. I cannot tell you, the closer we move to natural communication channels for humans with human nuances, the more adoption we see for this technology. So we're a big proponents of humanization for all of our agents. And like those little nuances with the like, yeah, totally, whatever, we can program them into the agents to make them sound more human. But what gets me the most, like what really says to me, like this is it. They're like, we're in the end game for communications now. We can put accents on the agents, southern accents. We can put British accents, any sort of accents you're looking for. We can quite literally match your audience, but also they can speak in multiple languages at the same time, quite literally on the call. If you started speaking to Monica in Spanish, she'd turn around and start speaking to you in Spanish. So if you have a diverse customer base where you do have Spanish speakers looking for help, put up a number, say, hey, call us anytime, any language, we'll be able to communicate with you. That's customer service at its finest. So I just wanted to put together a little demo for you. Obviously, you can visit the webpage here and then talk to Monica yourself. You can call Sasha if you want to see what the speed is like through an actual phone number. This is just a widget demonstration, but we really are saying let AI take care of the administration while you take care of services, customers, energy, and sort of offset a lot of these tasks. Like, and I know HVAC guys, they get annoyed when they have to deal with the admin and the communications. They just want to do work. They just want to make money. So for me to be able to take some of that more mundane stuff away from them, and have machines do it automatically, it really brings value. So I'm gonna stop that there. I'm trying my best to get my videos under 15 minutes. For one, I think the longer that they are, people just don't want to get into a long video. Even though I think I watch long videos all the time, so maybe it's just the type of YouTube viewer I am. So I'm going to try and keep it below 15 minutes, but I'm going to have shorts up so you guys will be able to see little tidbits of what we spoke about here. And then hopefully, if you do have a chance to visit the website and you want to explore an AI voice agent for your business, hit the schedule discovery call button. You'll be met with one of our service guardians at your preferred time. If you do get closer to a prototype, you'll probably find me on the call, just because I'm very, anything that we put in the water doesn't get through me. So I'm going to make sure that your agent's picture perfect before she's deployed. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this winter. You can tell I'm making these videos in the hot summer for the HVAC guys for the winter, because they're going to get all sorts of, heater broke down, or it's not working, or it's too cold, or all that. So I'm trying to make sure that we're prepared for that thrush of interest at that time. So it does take planning ahead. With all things in AI and tech, it's best to have plans before you implement them. But with that being said, I'm looking forward to the next one. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. It really helps the algorithm. Not so many people are into the AI space, but for the ones who are curious, it definitely helps. And I'll be looking forward to the next one. Bye now.